day 62 of my journey toward peace, freedom, and becoming a better man. So for today, wow, what a day it's been so far. And I say so far, it's gonna, it's the evening for me now. I thought I'd, instead of getting content done for the personal brand in the midday or in the, about 12 or 1, I'd usually get that sort of content done. Let's get it done in the evening. Let's do a full wrap up of the day to what I've done and given a very important mindset lesson as per usual, but which, one that is influenced by the day, something I experienced in the day which I feel could actually help you. So the check-in for today was I woke up at 5:30 a.m. I got dressed, I read, I meditated, I headed to work from 7 to 11. I then came home from work, had my first meal of the day, recorded loads of content for a couple other theme pages I run and also for my personal brand which I've got drafted up. I then had my second meal of the day, posted all those videos, stretched and did abs and read some more and meditated some more, had my last meal of the day, and here we are recording this. So I've brushed my teeth, I've done a content plan and sort of a self-reflection of the day, which I always do by myself. I think it's important to self-reflect, to improve as a person, to know what, to know what to do better to going into the next day, to know what mistakes you shouldn't make going into the next day that maybe you made today. And self-reflection is key. So that is the check-in, and the mindset lesson today. Like I said, I've had people in my life who have said to me, who have asked me before, just come and do this. Okay, one day won't hurt. Eating this meal won't hurt. Watching this film won't hurt. Doing this won't hurt. Just do it. It's okay. You can do whatever you got to do, and just do this as well. No, okay. If you want to be great, you've got to be willing you've got to be willing to make sacrifices that ordinary people refuse to make. Yeah, just watching this film is okay. Yeah, just eating this meal is okay. If you want to be ordinary, if you want to stay the same, if you want to notice yourself falling into states of comfort, if you don't want to be an amazing human being, if you don't want to be a great, successful human being, make average choices. Stay average, right? But that's what I've learned in my life. If I want to be great, or I want to be greater than I am, or I want to be a greater man, a better person, I've got to make sacrifices that the people who are not in that position refuse to make. I don't want to be an ordinary man or an ordinary person, so why am I going to live like that? Why am I going to make the same choices that someone who is ordinary is making? That's not the life I want. I want to be great. I want to be successful, and to do that I've got to live a life that way, a lifestyle that way. I've got to make the sacrifices that people who are great make, or that I've seen make, and they don't miss days, they don't have days off. They refuse to quit when people were tempting them to quit or to make a mistake. They stayed stubborn. They made the choices they know they should have made. And they live by that every day, and they live true to themselves. And that's what I do, and that's what you've got to do if you want to be great, if you want to improve, if you want to be successful. It doesn't mean it has to be that way forever. It doesn't mean for the rest of your life, 40, 50 years, you've got to sacrifice and you've got to stay isolated. It doesn't mean that. But there's a short time that comes in everyone's lives, man, woman, anyone, where they do just have to take some time away to focus on themselves, their life, their success, and to focus on actually becoming great, to building a life of greatness and prosperity. And the way you do that is to first make sacrifices. Is it tough? Is it painful? Is it a struggle? Yeah, can be from time to time, but is it worth it? Will you be great off of these sacrifices and with your consistency and with your discipline? Yes, I can assure you that if you never quit and you keep going, you will be great, you will be successful. But you have to never quit, you have to never give in, you have to never give up. You've got to realise that to do that and to reach that, the sense of greatness, or to reach that success, you have to sacrifice. And what I found in my life is when I've even sacrificed, I don't see them as sacrifices, because eating a bad meal, watching TikTok, watching a film, they're not sacrifices to me, because I know they're not good for me anyway. I wouldn't want to do them even if I wasn't an average and ordinary individual, because it's just a waste of time. So to me, they're not even sacrifices, because even if I were in a comforted mind, in a comforted state, I still wouldn't choose to do them, because I know how stupid it is to do that. So you find that a lot of the sacrifices you think you're making aren't even sacrifices when you live a good lifestyle, because you just know how bad they are. So I hope that helps. I hope that mindset lesson helps. That is the check-in as well, and that is day 62, so onwards to day 63 tomorrow.